From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough with the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh! Well.
Hey, happy Friday, YouTube. This is D from Brooklyn. Hey, while you're waiting to get the update on the saltwater tanks, I thought I'd give you an update on the freshwater tank. So, as you can see, this is me 20-gallon extra high. I'm playing some trickery with me old Samsung, my new Note 3, to get some good footage here. So I'm playing around with the phone and trying to cut out some of the glare from this super bright T5s here. And I think I got it figured out. So let's do the walkthrough of the tank, man. I don't do a lot of fiddling around with this tank other than pruning. Some of the plants grow really nuts, and as I'm looking, I see that there's a little crowd at the top of the tank. The funny thing about having an extra high tank, this tank is 2 feet high and it's only about 20 inches wide, is you got everybody fighting for the top piece of real estate in the tank. So yeah, the plants are growing up. I'm gonna have to thin them out so that they're not all top heavy and I get a little more thick growth at the bottom. You got some plush green. This camera really does pick up the green in the plants. I do like it. And this is about a month, I want to say, since I swapped out the lights for these 4 T5s. This is a dual fixture, which means it has 2 banks of T5s. And I got some really good tips from my pals at Absolutely Fish in New Jersey, who recommended that I change out one of my bulbs with a super red, which is not on now because this is going into evening mode. I only running 2 lights now, 6500 Ks, and it really does do wonders to pick up on the colors of the plants. I have some bokeh, which I never grew before. It is literally growing like mad. And forget about the the swords and the kabamba. This was some deep green kabamba. It's growing straight up, so I'm gonna have to thin that out. You can see the roots are like going nuts. I mean, it gets kind of crazy when it comes to pruning the tank, because as anybody that keeps aquariums knows, your arms are always wet. Your arms are always in the tank. So imagine if you got an extra high tank. It's pretty much up to my shoulders sometimes. Those are the glow light tetras. If you guys saw my updates, they're out of quarantine. They're running around. I did lose my 2 skunk loaches. They had a parasite look like ick. They had me a little paranoid for a while, but it was isolated to those 2. It's been about a month now. Yeah, I pulled them out. Luckily, I pulled them out. I didn't want them screwing everybody else up. And they're pretty happy. They are not in eating mode now because they know the lights are about to cut off soon. There's SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. The neons are really happy. There's some wisteria in the corner that's been doing pretty good. There are some changes I want to make to the tank. The stand. You guys see the stand in my other aquarium videos. You know that this stand I show in the... And if you want to get a look at it, just go back to the U-Build project and you'll see the old stand for this tank. It's really old. I built it with a laminate. Actually, I took it from an old stand and I just modified it because I didn't feel really happy with the laminate. So why build a tank for a donation and not build one for myself? So that'll probably be an upcoming project. The betas are happy. They're going nuts. This one has like a shark fin. It's funny. They fought a little bit, and this is what he ended up with. I don't even know what to call him. I thought it looked really funny. The other one likes to roll into the middle of the roots, so you probably won't see him. It's very hard to keep tabs on fish in this tank, except for the tetras, which are really big and round. But that's the update on the tank. Swords are doing good. The valve isn't that great. I think that's mainly because of how thick everything is in front of it. It's probably losing a lot of light. So I'm going to have to make some changes. you always had to make changes. The kabamba is thinning out because I've let it grow high. I'm going to cut that and replant some towards the base. As you can see, they have lots of room in the base. I like the tank like that. I like to have a lot of swimming room. And basically, the plants filter the water, so my pH is consistently near normal. And when I say normal, it's pretty much neutral. So the fish like the neons, which are pretty much more leaning towards the acidic class, maybe in the 6 or the 5s range as far as pH. They've kind of adapted in here, which is another reason I have to keep them quarantined. I got about, I don't even know how many neons do I have. You can't see them now. I had to feed the tank so you can see them. But they're doing all right. They're all right. I've been in here for months and months and months now. My black hyphen is way in the back. It's hard to see him. I don't think I'll get him unless I feed the tank, and I can't hold the camera and feed the tank right now. But everything's doing all right. I'll probably trim this like crazy. Oh, there he is. Wait a minute, is that him? Yeah, if you look really close, you can see my black hyphen. That's my alpha male in the middle there. He's really big, and the other fish kind of get out of his way. So he's the black sheep, I guess you can call him. He's a phantom black skirt rather. They call them black phantoms, black skirts. He's a black tetra. He's in the back. Isn't that perfect? There's my golden algae eater. I've had him for about, how many years have I had you, Goldie? My daughter called him a SpongeBob. I think SpongeBob's at least 5 years old at least. I had him a long time. And yeah, that's the tank. So I thought this was a good time to have a little break between, you know, getting into the build. I've taken a lot of the plants and moved them down to the little 5-gallon nano down there, if you can see it. That's really empty right now, just for a quarantine tank. But I had an outbreak. I picked up some guppies, and apparently the guppies I picked up from my local pet place, they were croaking like crazy. So I was like, there's no way they're gonna make it up into my tank. So pretty much cleaned the tank out and started it over. So yeah, that's it. That's the update on me old 20-gallon extra high. Thank you guys for watching. Check out my other videos. Check out the tank build videos. I'm doing more DIY, some hands-on. I'm going to be working on a bigger project. I may be working on a 40 breeder soon. I got some big plans for that. It's going to be really nice. And I appreciate you guys' input, and I appreciate you subscribing to my channel. Check me out on Facebook, DFB Aquatics, or D from Brooklyn Aquatics. Also, I'm going to be posting a lot of updates for the Brooklyn Aquarium Society, so I want you to check out my page. I'll put some links to the Brooklyn Aquarium Society page on Facebook, as well as their bulletin board and their webpage. So look out for that. Check them out. We have some of the best members in New York, or all 5 boroughs in Jersey. We have great members. We have meetings every month, the second Friday of the month, over at the New York Aquarium. So I'll put the events on the calendar so you guys can check that out. And we like to see you, man. You know, you can tell them you spoke to D from Brooklyn, or Dave, which is me. And sign up, become a member. You know, the auctions are great. We get great products. We get great speakers, some of the best speakers. You know, we have some of the heads in the industry speak at our meetings, and we have great auctions for equipment, tips on builds, all kind of things. You know, we're great people. Got good people there. So that's my update. Check out my other videos. Subscribe to my channel. It's awesome. I'm going to have some new giveaways. I'm going to have some contest type stuff here, some project build stuff. And look forward to hearing and seeing you guys, man. So until next time, see ya. This is D, keeping my sanity by keeping my aquariums. Peace.